It is hot in here. This lighting is not good for hot days, okay? It is just boiling in this room. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah if you don't know me, and I do videos on beauty, fashion, lifestyle, all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in that, definitely consider subscribing, and if you enjoy this video, please give it a like. So today I'm going to be talking about all the best tips for tanning, my tanning routine, and like all the products that I use and walk you through the process basically. And I quickly want to mention that I tan because, you know, sometimes I want to get a little bronzier and I don't want to get like UV rays, and you know, I basically just burn anyway in the sun, so that's kind of why I do it. So I'm going to start out by just telling you guys about the products that I use, and then we'll get into the whole process. So basically what I use most of the time is the Bondi Sands self-tanning foam, and I use it in light and medium. This video is not sponsored by Bondi Sands or anything like that, obviously, but I just like their products a lot. You know, this gives you like a really nice golden tan. It has like an olivey undertone, so you don't really look orange or anything like that, and it also smells really nice. I also like that this formula has a color guide, which I'll talk about a little bit later, but it basically just means that it has brown in it so that you can see like where you're putting the tan, as opposed to like a mist or something like that that might be clear. So I've tried out a few different self-tanning products, and I've just found Bondi Sands to be the best that works for me. But I also wanted to mention another product that I use sometimes is the Tanologist Express Tan. I get it in the shade medium, and I like this one too. It does not have a color guide, so if you're a beginner, I might not recommend this one right away, just because like you can spray it on and you can rub it in with a mitt, but you just won't see like where you put it, so it might get a little bit darker in some areas and lighter in other areas. I really do like both those products, and I use both of them all the time. They both dry down really nicely. And the last product that I just wanted to mention really quickly is the Bondi Sands Everyday Gradual Tanning Milk. This is actually how I started self-tanning, so I was using the Gradual lotion just to gradually give myself like a tiny bit of a tan. But once you start actually like getting addicted to tanning, you can use this as like an everyday top-up type of thing. If you use it like every day or every other day, it gives you a really good top-up of your tan. So now I'm gonna get into my tanning routine, and I'm gonna walk you guys through how I do that. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do, and maybe even the most important thing that you do if you take away anything from this whole video, you should exfoliate your body before you self-tan, because otherwise the tan is just gonna stick to any dry patches you have or any dead skin cells, and it's gonna look patchy and gross, honestly. So definitely exfoliate first. I just use a loofah and some body wash in the shower, and I make sure I exfoliate my whole body. And then I also shave my legs just to like get it all done in one fell swoop, you know? And once you exfoliate your body, you also want to make sure that you're exfoliating your face. I mean, that's something we should all be doing anyway, but just before you tan is a great time to kind of get all the dead skin cells off and prep it for the tan. So by exfoliating your body, you're just creating a really clean base for your tan to stick to, and you're also getting rid of any previous tan that may have been on your body. If you tanned, you know, a week or so before, you definitely want to get that off before you reapply a new tan. So I do all that in the shower, and then after I shower, I wait like 1 to 2 hours, because if you tan right after you get out of the shower, I've noticed that I get that like strawberry legs thing where after you shave, like the tan sinks into your pores and like it just looks like dotted and weird. So I recommend like waiting an hour or two before you do it, because it gives your skin a chance to cool down and like your pores a chance to close. So the other really important thing I would say is to use a mitt. I got mine from Bondi Sands and it was like $6, but I'm sure you could probably even get them cheaper off Amazon. But it's pretty essential to use a mitt because A, you're gonna not stain your hands. You don't want to stain your hands orange, so it's easier just to use a mitt. And B, you're gonna prevent any like streakiness from any weird motions that you're using with your hands. So I mostly use products that have a color guide, and if you're a beginner, I would absolutely recommend that you use a color guide, because if you use the clear one, you can definitely get some like weird patchy dark spots on your body the first couple times you use it. So if you're beginning, I would just recommend using a product that has a color guide. So you guys might have seen this tip before if you've been looking up tanning routine videos, but a really good tip for tanning your hands and face is to use an old makeup brush, and you basically just feather it out from your wrist on, and same with your feet. Like you can do it from your ankles to your toes, so that it doesn't look so stark, you know, like sometimes it can just be like a block of orange and then like your hand just looks totally separate from your body. But anyway, I just use a old makeup brush that happens to be like a Lisa Frank brush or something like that. And yeah, you just feather it out and it creates a really natural gradual tan on your hands. So if you wanted to get your tan a little bit deeper and you're using the Bondi Sands tanning foam, you can actually double up on the formula. So you can do one coat and then wait half an hour and do a second coat. And then I would recommend probably waiting the full time that you can have it on, which is about 6 hours. Or sometimes you can just leave it on overnight. I know a lot of people do that. And you will wake up with a golden glow. So after I tan my body, I mentioned this in my last video, but I use the Isle of Paradise self-tanning drops to tan my face. They're a little bit pricey, but they really work well, and I will say this is the light formula, and I only need like 3 drops, and you mix it with your moisturizer, and that is enough to give me like a full tan face. So I think I'm gonna have this bottle for a while. But yeah, this is just a really great tanning product for your face, and it does not break me out, which is awesome, because if you use just like a regular body tanner on your face, sometimes it'll give you a breakout, and this does not do that. So after all that labor is done, you can sit back and relax for a couple hours and just wait for your tan to set in. I usually wait, it says you can wait like 4 to 6 hours. I wait like 6 hours, I believe, or once in a while I'll leave it on overnight, and then you just shower it off and you're left with a beautiful tan. So if you want your tan to last longer, the best tip I can give you is to use a moisturizer every single day religiously. I've noticed that when I use a moisturizer every single day, it basically extends my tan to like twice as long if I don't moisturize. And again, you can use a product like the Everyday Gradual Tanning Milk. This will help top up your tan too. So if you moisturize every day and use this like every day or every other day, I would say you can get your tan to last like a week to a week and a half, which is a pretty long time. And obviously if your tan on your face is starting to fade like quicker than the one on your body, you would just take those Isle of Paradise drops again, mix them into your moisturizer, leave it on overnight, and then you wake up with a beautiful tan. So I think I already mentioned this, but just in case anyone was wondering, I use the Bondi Sands in light medium, and that's what I'm wearing now. And when I use the Tanologist Express Tan Water, I use the shade medium, which comes out pretty similar to this, a little bit darker. So that's all my tips and tricks for tanning. If you guys have any other tips and tricks that you know for self-tanning, please leave them in the comments, because I'm sure other people would appreciate it, and maybe I'll try some out. So if you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll link all my social media down below. If you like beauty and fashion, check out my Instagram. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing well during this quarantine, and I wish you all the best, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.